A tracheostomy is a surgical opening through the neck into the trachea, allowing air to fill the lungs. A tube is placed through this opening to assist breathing and clear lung secretions. Here are some reasons why a tracheostomy is needed. You'll need these items. Step 1. Tracheostomy tube and oral suctioning. Before starting, ensure change from fenestrated to non-fenestrated inner tracheostomy tube. To ensure hyperoxygenation with oxygen, select the appropriate suction catheter size using this formula. To prepare, perform hand hygiene. Position the patient upright, then perform hand hygiene again. Set up the suction tubing into the apparatus and set suction to continuous mode at 80 to 120 millimeters of mercury pressure on occlusion. Using the non-touch technique, connect the suction tubing to the catheter and leave it inside the packaging at the bedside. Perform surgical hand rub. Then don a copolymer glove on your dominant hand. With your ungloved hand, grasp the catheter package, while your gloved hand removes the sterile catheter. Gently insert the catheter without applying suction. When resistance is met, pull the catheter back by 1 to 2 centimeters and apply suction with your thumb. Rotate the catheter gently and swiftly as it's withdrawn, applying continuous suction. Repeat if needed. Perform oral suctioning if needed after tracheostomy suction. Each suctioning should last 10 to 15 seconds or less. If you need to repeat suctioning, oxygenate between attempts. Do a maximum of 3 attempts, then change the suction catheter. Finish by flushing the suction tube with water for injection ampule. Step 2. Changing the inner cannula. You'll need these items. Perform hand hygiene. Hold the tracheostomy tube steady with 2 fingers, then twist the inner cannula anti-clockwise to remove it. Check the mucus amount, color, consistency, and odor on the cannula. Place the used cannula on clean gauze for cleaning later. Take a clean inner cannula and align it with the green dots on the tracheostomy tube, turning it clockwise to lock it. Remove latex gloves and perform hand wash. Step 3. Cleaning the inner cannula. You'll need these items. Perform hand hygiene and put on clean latex gloves. Remove any dried mucus from the tracheostomy tube. Wet the sterile swab sticks with water for injection ampule and clean any mucus from the inner cannula using a disposable kidney dish as a receptacle. Rinse thoroughly with water for injection ampule and shake off excess water. Store the cleaned cannula in a clean covered denture box. Dispose of the kidney dish in the clinical waste receptacle. Discard all items into the general waste bin. Step 4. Preparation for dressing change. To prepare for the procedure, begin with hand washing. Then gather all necessary items on the trolley and place the sterile gloves and sterile swab sticks, opening up the sterile gloves and sterile swab sticks using the non-touch technique. Pour normal saline into the sterile tray. Perform hand hygiene and position the patient upright. Put on latex gloves and apron. Place a protective sheet over the patient's chest area and carefully remove the old gauze from behind the tracheostomy flange. Step 5. Inspection and cleaning. Inspect the tracheostoma for signs of infection, redness, bleeding, and subcutaneous emphysema. Remove the latex gloves. Perform surgical hand rub. Don surgical gloves. Using one swab stick per stroke, clean the tracheostomy site outwards and remove crusts from narrow areas around the tracheostomy. Repeat as necessary. Dry the area with clean gauze. Remove surgical gloves and perform hand rub. Step 6. Changing the gauze. You'll need these items. Perform hand hygiene. Fold the clean gauze in half, placing the folded edge under the strap facing the tracheostoma. Gently slide the gauze until it sits neatly under the tracheostomy. Remove latex gloves and perform hand wash. Step 7. Changing the neck Velcro strap. You'll need these items. Perform hand hygiene and wear latex gloves. Place the new strap around the neck with the smooth side against the skin and fluffy side facing out. Ensure the holes are positioned at the center of the patient's neck facing the back. The two-person technique must be used throughout when changing straps. Once secure, remove the old strap. Prior to strap removal, assess tightness to prevent dislodgement, should the strap be loose. When a patient with a tracheostomy showers or shaves, you'll need these items. Please note the safety guidelines. Before showering, perform hand hygiene. Don an apron and latex gloves. Place the shower guard around the patient's neck. Seal any gaps with 2-inch micropore tape between the skin and shower guard to ensure no gaps where water could enter. If shaving, keep the shaver facing away from the tracheostomy tube. Clean all loose hair when done. During showering, take note of these points. After showering, keep the shower guard on until the hair and neck area are dry. Use a clean towel to gently pat dry the patient's hair and skin around and below the tracheostomy site. Only then remove the tape and shower guard to dry thoroughly. Change the neck Velcro strap and tracheostomy tube gauze if necessary. Monitor for fever of 38 degrees Celsius and above. Remember to check the tracheostomy site for these symptoms and monitor secretion changes. Always look out for these signs of tracheostomy emergency. If the tracheostomy tube is dislodged, do not attempt to put the tube back in. These are the items in the emergency tracheostomy kit at the patient's bedside. If you encounter any difficulties or issues, please contact the respective specialty nurses for review and assistance.